Welcome to another episode of the Oxygen Not Included Beginner's Guide series, and we left off working in this area. I believe we're still working on getting the steel and stuff. If you're curious on this build, it is in the previous episode. I go over like the blueprint of it and then start making it in my actual base. So I'm going to be having that going on in the background still. I'm also going to be working on something a little different. I'm going to be piping the heavy watt wire over to connect to our main grid because I looked at our reports. I went to yesterday and you could see that the hydro generator is overproducing quite a bit, and so I want to kind of connect it into the main system. So I'm going to be connecting these and the batteries and everything else on the heavy watt wire, and then I'm going to use 2 transformers to split off into these areas just because the cooling is going to take some power, and I want to make sure we're utilizing what we're producing. Okay, so what I have going on here, get rid of those. Oop, not that guy. Is I've connected these guys to the battery and down. I have 2 of the transformers for each side, which means I didn't need these to be conductive. Just a regular wire works because this is blocking it to the 1000. But that's fine. I'm not going in to change it just because that'd be a pain. So it's gonna stay how it is. I'm trying to clean it up a little bit. Like these guys can go, that can go. But not the smart battery. Hopefully that's not trying to... No, that's not destructing, just the wire. Okay. So that's good. So yeah, trying to clean up the wires. That'll make the system cleaner anyway, which will be good. I am going to take all of that down as well. Separating the pump onto this other line, which needs help, apparently. Oh, it's a lot of the Atmos suits, but they don't often get used at the same time. And things like the textile loom and the refashionator and the forge, they're not getting used a whole lot, though it still wouldn't be a bad idea to get some of this separated. But for now, we're concentrating on this guy. Okay, so the next thing I need to figure out is where these pipes are going to go once they enter our base. So we have a lot of pipes going on already. I'm curious. Let's draw these here. I'm curious to see how much they hate looking at them. Do we have to have them on the floor or not? Okay, let's look at the decor. Okay, it doesn't add, but it doesn't take away. So that is good to know. I think we'll have it come in here. We're gonna travel across through here, come up here, jump over, and we'll work on cooling the bedrooms. And then we'll come out here. Trying to decide if we have it leave the base there and head out and like dig out this spot. Or do we have it exit out of the kitchen as well? I think maybe out of the kitchen. Like so. Alright, so we have the plumbing coming up. Jumping over a bunch of pipes, going in towards the kitchen, cooling off in here, cooling through here, cooling off the rooms. And then coming down this hallway and then leaving again. We'll see if that's enough. We can always add more through this area if we want. I've gotten so many balloons. Earlier I got another balloon as well. Alright, let's see if we can find somebody who could be helpful. Nails is looking pretty good. We certainly have enough oxygen and food. And having another person will just make things go faster at this point. Athletics and suit wearing is pretty good. Especially because then I can just have them carrying stuff and traveling around the map a lot. So I think we'll take nails. So we have nails priority to be tidying, supplying, storing, so moving stuff around so that our other duplicants can just build or dig, that kind of stuff. Alright, nails, let's get you a hat for our runner. He'll be joining Abe. And then last thing to check is the schedule. It actually doesn't matter a whole lot, so we'll just leave that as is. We're getting closer to the steel we need for this guy. We're getting quite close. We have 1,000 out of 1,200 that we need for steel. You see it's going to be... Ah, they're taking breaks, so it's going off a little bit. Just as soon as it's been used, this place really warms up for a bit. I'm also making pretty good progress on joining this guy to the rest of the system. Put a little bit of a waterlock here just for this. Keeping the slime along where it is. And the bonus to this setup is this gap is too tall for duplicates, obviously. So they, I still haven't connected this side to this side because as soon as they can do that, the suits and docks and stuff becomes quite the mess. It's better to just not, in my experience. So I think as soon as these two are done, let's get a higher priority on them. We will have connected this into our main supply, which will mean these guys will get used a little less. So if you ever have this problem that I am having, where it says the current load is under what the max is, and the potential load is lower than the max is, but it's overloading, as you can see over here, it probably means there is one wire, regular wire, somewhere in the circuit, so I've got to figure out where that is. Oh, there is a wire. How are you back there? I don't understand how that is happening or working. I'll be honest, but we're gonna get rid of it because it is causing us quite the problem. Let's make that a major thing. So they stop using resources to repair it. I didn't know you could have wires behind plates, but here we are. Aha! We can finally make our aqua tuner. So that should go here. So what we have built so far... So we'll need to get some power down here. We'll look at our plumbing. This is the in pipe right here. It's going to come in. This is going to check if it's hotter than this. It's going to send a green signal, which will start our aqua tuner, which will then which will cool it through here, and then it will send out. It'll cool the steam turbine and then head to our base. If it is cool enough, it will jump over and go here. This is what guarantees that our system does not freeze. Now we just need to fill this room with some water. And that's something I've been trying to decide how I want to go about. Because I could try to bottle empty it. Or I could usurp a pipe for a few to just dump it in. I think I'm going to take one more dupe. We're going to take Meep because he's got suit, digging, and supplying. So we'll have another digger, which will be helpful. Let's look at... Oh. Let's let it first save. Alright. Let's look at this guy. So if we look at the difference between this one, you can see the hydrogen generator was overproducing, and then we got that connected. So now it should be overproducing much less. This connect tool makes life so much easier. So what I'm going to do to fill this room up is I'm going to get this wall built in. I'm going to check my stuff first though. We've got power. We've got plumbing right, I think. We have automation. Just save. Okay, so I'm going to wall in this section. And then I have cut some of the pipes. So I have connected here. which is usually just for the steam turbine to dump its water in here. But I've connected it onto the pipe that's supposed to bring the water down into this loop. I've disconnected here. So I've redirected this water here. I'm going to do just a little connection here, and I've disconnected from this pipe, which is sending our water into this to be disinfected. And I'm rerouting it into this loop. So then I will be able to turn this switch on and send water straight into this. Okay. I think everything should be good. I have set up the power a bit different than I did in my demonstration in the last episode. I wanted to have this part of the heavy watt. Let's get rid of this guy. And then I needed something to get the power to this guy. I can't use normal wire or a single transformer because this uses a bit more than those can handle. So I have this split transformer, which should provide the power. So I think all I need to do now is turn the water on. Exuding confidence, I'm sure. I will need to loop this guy in with here once we have it going, because once I'm done filtering this water and getting rid of the germs, I still need to keep this room cooler. So I may have to do an adjustment here. I had kind of forgotten about that. Okay, now that I have added some water into the system, I'm going to put these pipes back how they were before. Going to pull some of this polluted water here into this system. Okay, so we've got stuff going in. This guy should check to see the temperature, and it should turn on. So now we should see this room heating up. And then the water should be coming in, cooling off this area. Then it'll head up. Now it'll be going through the base. How much of our pool is being used? Because we do need to be concerned about this guy, but if we need to find some polluted water to put into this, it should be easy. It's everywhere. As you can see, we're having problems with power. So we'll have to come up with new solutions for now. I think I actually did this and then had to reload a save and then it disappeared. So we're going to want a new one of these guys. Alright, so we have our next generator set up. I'm moving the auto sweeper to be able to reach this other generator. And it seems like the pipes are getting all full. It's still taking a while to get this water hot enough that it'll turn into steam, so it'll probably be a bit before the steam turbine can run. I think I probably added too much water. But it does look like some of the packets are getting moved up top. So it must have kicked off at some point. Yeah, we're getting pretty cool here. So let's see, are we keeping this cool? We are. And then let's see how the base is doing. Looks like it's getting to a nicer temperature. We've got these guys getting cooled off. I may have to up the temperature so we don't make this room too cold. I was concerned about this steam turbine, but for right now, since it's not running, it's not as much of a concern. So I might actually, until this guy gets turned into steam, might make this guy a bit warmer. So yeah, we got this guy running. We got the hydrogen generators attached to the main grid, which is good. We've got to add a new generator. We've added 2 new people into the colony. So yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode, and until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day.